got some really new, awesome stuff that I got to talk about. But a lot of agents don't actually know much about running ads. So let's just kind of slow down and go back just a bit. We're not going to go too deep. But I just want to show you how easy it is, because a lot of realtors think you got to pay another company to do this, right? But all you got to do is go to your own personal page, log in. I just logged into Listings to Leads, and up here on the right, it's going to have your picture up here and your name. Click on that little button that has like nine dots on it, and then click Create Page. And from here, you give it a page name. This could be you, the Rockstar Realtor, right? It could be, you know, you as the, you know, Lafayette Real Estate, the town you're in, right? It is smart to have the name of the town inside your business page, because people are looking for that. They're not often looking for your name, but if you have your name in there and you have like the name of your major town, some people like to put their name and their company. It's going to ask you over here on the left, just type in real estate, and it's going to put that there. And then in the description, you know, all the great things that you can say about real estate, right? And as you're typing it in the left, it shows up in the right. Once you create this page, you've created it, and then it'll tell you, hey, you can change this background picture, you can put your picture here, and then you can start adding things. Get those things created, make sure you have 20, and then once you've done that, there's going to be a button like invite people to like your page, and that's invite your friends. You need to have 25 people to like your business page, and then Facebook gives you the ability to run ads. So that's that part, right? Everybody's got to have a business page. Cool. But let's now talk about what you should do in terms of running ads on Facebook, right? So when we come to Listings to Leads, there is an ads tab, and we're going to just focus right there. And I'll show you, there are a couple of places to create ads, but it's just very easy to do it all right here. So when you come here the first time, it won't look like this, because I got many ads and I've turned everything on. What you want to do the first time is click this big button that says connect to Facebook, okay? And when you do that, it's going to take you to a page on Facebook, and it's going to say continue as you, and you say yes, and then it's going to say what business pages, and you choose your real estate business page, and then it's going to ask you some other questions. Just say yes and okay to everything, and it'll bring you right back here, and these three buttons will be here, okay? So before we go into what these buttons do, I want to give you the strategy that I give every realtor if they ask me what to do with Facebook. And usually I get this question from people that are kind of newer to the business, that don't have a lot of listings. So I'm going to give this story to you right now, okay? You should be running 2 ads every week, all right, on Facebook. That means 8 ads every month. Now, minimally, that can be a $200 budget per month, okay? You could also spend $300, right, for the same 8 ads. The more you spend, the more leads you're going to get. But I will point out, if you run 8 ads every month, your business page is going to be seen 15 to 20,000 times every month, okay? Sponsored by you, whatever your business page is called. If you spend $200 a month, you're going to get 150 to 250 leads every month, okay? So what kinds of ads should they be? You should create a listing ad. I'm going to click create listing ad here. You could do it at any status, right? If you're doing something for sale, it's going to be to get buyer leads. If you're doing something that's sold, it's going to be to get seller leads, okay? That's just our call to action change. So I'm going to do an open house here. Always leave it on lead ads. It's going to make sure that you get phone numbers auto-populated with your leads. This is great. Our clients love this. But there's an open house here, right? And you can see what the ad's going to look like here. All you got to do is click publish. We're auto-populating the city. We're making a $35 ad. It's going to run for 7 days, and you click publish. Now, I will tell you this, there are a lot of people that say ads don't work well beyond 4 days. And so if you are in that camp, You can shrink this down to 4 days, right? Or 5 days, right? And if you shrink it down, you can also shrink your budget down if you want to. I will point this out. This is called pay-per-click advertising. So every time somebody clicks and you get a lead, they charge you, right? For buyer leads around the United States, the average price is about $1 a lead. And so if I got 20 bucks on my ad, I'm going to expect to get around 20 leads, right? Maybe a little fewer, maybe a little more. If I got 35 bucks, obviously I'm going to have more leads. And if I have 50 bucks, I'm going to get, around 50 leads. So that's definitely what you want to be thinking of on your budget, right? Now, so it's very simple. You don't even need to change budget if you don't want to. You just click publish, and that will get your first listing ad out. Now, I'm going to do another ad, but this time I'm going to do it on a property that's sold. Now, remember, I mentioned that, oh man, what is this? Sorry. My website is kind of cramping up. Our call to actions change when a property is sold because we're not looking for buyers on a sold property. We're looking for sellers. So leave it on lead ad so we get the phone numbers. And you can see that the message is totally different, right? That home is sold. That's going to affect your home value. Click here to get your free home value. Okay, very simple. We even have the city. You could expand the radius if you want. I don't think that's going to help. But one thing that's very important, and this is brand new as of not even 7 days, there's an advanced options here. And you can click on create form. And if you're looking for listing leads, I highly recommend, sorry, something's moving really fast here, that you turn this button on, this question. What is your time frame to sell? And notice it adds a drop down. And your time frame is, the range is like 1 to 3 months, 3 to 6 months, and more than 6 months, right? So obviously, if you get somebody that says 1 to 3 months, I'm going to sell, you better get involved with that lead. You're going to have their name, phone number, and email, and you're going to know they need to sell in 3 months. That's pretty important. Again, you click create form at the bottom to create that form. If you're doing sold advertising, or if you're using our PDF reports for sellers, definitely use that advanced option and create the form and choose that question of how quickly do you need to sell. So those are, remember I was telling you to run 2 ads a week, right? One of them should be about a listing. Now, I'll say this, you might not have your own listings, right? You might not have your own listings right now. If you're in an office where you can borrow a listing, you can click right here and grab a listing where all you need is your zip code and the MLS ID of that listing. Turn this off and click grab, and it will pull it in, and it'll be right here in your listings page, but it'll also be right over here in your ad section. Okay, so if you don't have a lot of business, 1 listing ad every week, minimally 20 bucks for 4 days. If you want to put 35, which is our default, you're going to get more leads. I would also highly recommend that you use these PDF reports, right? We have 25 PDF reports already written for sellers and 25 PDF reports for buyers. And for you, it's just the question, do you want to talk to more buyers or sellers? Now, you'll notice that they're all kind of branded blue. If you click on settings, you can change it to your own kind of, what do you call it, branding from your own franchise. So I'm not going to mess with it now, so we just save some time, but you can update those colors. Even if you're with independent, you can make your own custom colors. And then you just decide which one do you want to run. So I'm going to do the 12 mistakes to avoid. And let's just show you the ad, right? You can actually say, well, this is not city driven. And so you can actually say, hey, I want it to be pretty wide. I was just on the phone with somebody who wanted to be county wide, right? And I said, well, I don't think counties are in this system in Facebook. And so I said, just expand the radius, right? And that will work. And so you could even add a couple of towns. There's another town in my county that's called San Ramon. And if I have 35 miles of Lafayette and 35 miles of San Ramon, I'm good. That's gonna, you know, cover my whole county. So you could do that because this is not really talking about a particular town like my home just sold in Lafayette, right? I want to remind you that when you click advanced options, because this is looking for sellers, you want to make sure and add that question of how soon do you need to sell, right? Turn it on there, click create form here, and then that's going to be the form that pops up on Facebook. So those are the kinds of ways that you can run listing ads, right? And also PDF report ads. And as I mentioned, you can do them for buyers or sellers. Now you can also do landing page ads, and I want to show you this one because this is considered to be, I think by a lot of realtors, the #1 way of getting listing leads is running a free home value ad. Let's do one, right? And I don't know if you've ever seen this yourself, if you've ever seen a landing page that says, hey, click here to get your free home value, but a lot of realtors have. And I'm pretty sure a lot of realtors in your markets have, and they've been running ads like this for years. That combined with the fact that Facebook has had some significant changes in the last few years means that this kind of ad is not very effective on Facebook anymore. I do recommend running one maybe once a month. It's not necessary because if you're running the other 8 ads, they're going to get the idea that you're a realtor. But this particular ad is letting people know, hey, I can get you a free home value, right? They may be tired of this because they've seen it over and over. You can't target specific cities, so it's so general that it might not even work. You can do it if you want, but it is almost the last thing I suggest if you're looking for listings is to run something like this. But let's go back and let's talk about the other landing pages. We do create 3 landing pages right off the bat: free home values, down payer assistance, and new construction. So these are sitting in your accounts already. You can edit them or you can just run ads on them like this. Now, a new construction ad is good if you're in an area with a lot of new construction. You might want to do this, right? But you can even customize it. You could say, hey, I want to click on advanced options, and I want to say, who knows, right? You'll say what you want to say, but Toll Brothers has a new development coming, right? Whatever I type in this box on the left shows up on the right, and you want to make that change before you run the ad. Now, I just want to point out, this says it's sponsored by Listings to Leads. Yours, the first step for you is to connect to your Facebook business page, so it's going to be sponsored by you. So I want you to remember that every time you're running an ad, thousands of people are going to see it. And that's why I'm saying run multiple ads every month, because this is great for your branding. And obviously everything I'm showing you is designed to capture leads. So that's good for your business, capturing leads and building your brand, okay? I also want to talk a little bit more about landing pages in case you've got something else going on. All realtors are different. You're in different states, in different kinds of, land. Some of you focus on different things. You can create a landing page like a custom buyer landing page, right? Or a custom seller landing page. Or maybe you got a custom report, you want to create a landing page. You could actually do the custom PDF report in the PDF report section on our ad section, but you could do it here as well. And I have created other landing pages, property valuation pages for various areas, but I'll show you a couple of mine. I've got one here that is for, it's actually got a Toll Brothers video in the back, right? So you can even put a little timer on here to get information, or just say, hey, this is going to expire. These incentives are expiring, right? But you can see that you can put a video in the back. You can customize the text all around this. And I would, recommend if you've got a niche, a particular kind of niche. So maybe it's waterfront properties. Maybe it is a particular neighborhood or development. Maybe it's golf course properties. That's when pages for buyers work really well, because you're talking about a particular kind of home. It doesn't work when you say, hey, sign up for a free list of homes for sale in Houston, because the market knows already, hey, if I want to look at homes for sale in Houston, I just go to the internet and say Houston homes for sale, right? So that doesn't work. But in this one, this is a home value page for a particular neighborhood. There's a swim club in that neighborhood. So this really works. It's really, an effective way of using a landing page. So when you're talking about something specific, landing pages can be super helpful. And whatever landing page you create, they just sort of sit on the internet. They sit in outer space. When you come back here to landing pages and you say, oh, I want to create a landing page ad. And let me just do this real quickly. I'll really keep doing that today. I'm going to create a landing page ad for that Release Valley I was just showing you. There. And create ad. And now it's got that picture, so everybody that sees that is going to do it. The problem with this kind of ad, which is like that generic home value one that I was mentioning earlier, is that you can't target people in Release Valley, right? So I could put in the zip code. I can't even put in the zip code anymore. I don't even think you can do that. Release Valley is a neighborhood, very special neighborhood in Lafayette. So I can target Lafayette, but I'm also going to target a 15-mile radius around there. So again, this points to the fact that home value ads on Facebook are a little bit wonky. So can you do it? Yes, but I would recommend this. If you're looking for listing leads, go into our mastermind group and use the support page if you're not in the mastermind group. And there is a little magnifying glass. Let's go look here. I'll get us arrow quickly. I mean, nothing's happening quickly for me today, but and use this search term. Oh, you're killing me. Killing me. Give me a second. Look for the term recorded webinar. This call here is a recorded webinar. Okay. It will be up in the mastermind group in just a few hours. But all of our past ones are there. And the ones, if you're looking for listings, look at the blog, look at the tools that say top tools to get listings, right? And look at these recent ones, because everything that's happened recently, everything that's been added to the system, you're going to hear me talking about it. Okay. So does everybody understand how to run ads on Facebook? Are there any questions that you have so far? I'm going to show you something really valuable and important about Facebook, but are there any questions at this point, right? I don't see any. While I'm waiting for questions, let me show you. You can also very simply go to your listings page, click on market listing, and the very first thing we drop you on is create a Facebook ad for this listing, okay? So in this case, all you gotta do is click create an ad, and it will be done for your listings. So that's easy. Just wanted you to know that's there as well. You should also be using these other tools, social media auto posting, turn that on because that's free and it captures leads. Use a seller social media. We email this to you, just forward it, take out the information that they don't need. They need everything that says please copy and paste to your Facebook. The nearby homeowner letter is one of the top tools for getting listing leads that turn into listing contracts. And well, that's that, right? That's kind of a different topic. But I want to show you something. I don't see any questions here. I want to show you something that's very new and that a lot of you don't know about, and that is retargeting. So when you come to this page, you might see, you see where this green box here, it says it's last synced 18 minutes ago. You might see something that says turn on custom audiences and turn on retargeting. Accept both of those. Make those things happen, because that is one of the most powerful ways of using Facebook to convert leads. We can help you capture leads. I've got clients capturing leads on Facebook all day long. But converting is when you get paid. So if you want to get paid by converting leads, watch what I'm about to show you now. I'm going to create a listing ad. It doesn't matter. In this case, we're just going to create any listing ad. I'm going to say this is for sale, and I'm going to click create an ad. And you can customize it, do whatever you want. But what I want to talk about here is retarget current leads. If you turn on our custom audience and retargeting, you're going to see that we are creating, what this does is it creates a file in your personal Facebook ad manager, okay? And that file will be called L2L leads. And you can target those people. They will be options for you to target in this box right here that's grayed out. And so what's great for that is that this ad here is going to show up in front of people that live within 15 miles of Pleasant Hill. But if it also says, and my listings to leads, well, now everybody that's an old lead is going to see it, as well as the people within 15 miles of Pleasant Hill. The key is, a lot of realtors think, I get a lead and they don't call me, and they're not like converting in 48 hours. That's a lame lead. Well, that's actually not a realistic expectation of lead conversion on the internet and on Facebook. You have to get in front of them multiple times. And that's why retargeting is such an easy way, because if they're on Facebook, and almost all of the people are, 70% of adults spend 40 minutes a day on Facebook. So this is a good place for you to be targeting. Retarget, target those L2L leads. That way they keep seeing your business page, and they keep seeing that you're doing things in real estate. Are there any questions about that? Because that's something I can tell you a lot of realtors didn't even know it existed. It's actually buried inside of Facebook, and only the techiest of realtors knew it, right? We have actually automatically done it. You just got to accept it on the Facebook page, and you got to activate it and just follow the prompts. And if you want to use retargeting, just make sure when you come to the ads page, you're going to see prompts right here in the section beneath the green buttons. And when it looks like this, where it's just telling you that the ad is synced up, that means everything is done correctly. You're all set, and you can use retargeting. And I'll give you one other kind of pro tip. Let's go here to show you. If you go to Facebook and you go to Ad Manager, which is going to be in this box up here, Ad Manager, give me a second. There's a place for you to create your own custom audience. Now, I told you that listings to leads is going to create a custom audience. It's going to be in your ad manager. So you're going to see it, right? But when you come here in this horrible thing, there is a place where it has a house, and then it has a button with three, it's like, I think they call it the hamburger button. It's got 3 horizontal lines. And when I click on that, I can click on audiences, and I can then create my own custom audience. And this is really, if you're somebody that's been in the business for a while and you've got a lot of leads and they're not turning into business, you might want to definitely take advantage of this. Let's say you are somebody who is paying Zillow for leads. There's a lot of agents that do that as well. You could take those leads, come here where it says create audience, and create a custom audience. And once you do that, you kind of go over here with a customer list and go through their steps. It's not super easy. I'm going to stop here. But basically, you're going to upload a list, and then when you go back to listings to leads, that list will also be available. So if you want to create a PDF report out and you want to talk about, 5 dangers of overpricing, you can target the listings to leads people and your old Zillow leads, right? So this is really conversion. If you feel like your drip campaign, and ideally you've got a CRM with a drip campaign to drip on your leads here, that we're capturing for you, this is a really smart way to augment that, right? Because this is going to be visible to them. They're going to see that, oh yeah, I saw them once before, but now I'm seeing them every time that they run an ad. And as we said earlier, you're going to be running 8 every month. If they're interested in doing a transaction in real estate, they're going to see you, and that's a really great way for you to stay in front of people. I think that's kind of my story for today. Are there any questions? And does anybody have any questions about getting listings, like listings with listings to leads? Because the way that the top ways to get listing leads with Facebook ads are these PDF reports and your sold ads on your listings. A lot of people don't even market their listings when they're sold. They just don't think there's a point. But if you want more listings, then you definitely want to change your property to sold, just sold, and run an ad on it. And the call to actions will be prompting for you to get a free home value, right? So that's a really smart way to go. Well, that's kind of the story for Facebook. Are there any questions here? Because we kind of covered a lot. But get in the mastermind group. If you're looking for listings, look at the recorded webinar for tools for getting listings. Some of these tools are on that list, right? So once you realize, like, there are a lot of tools in listings to leads, and I'll often get overwhelming, but there's actually like 5 to 10 actions that if you took, they would increase your business. Facebook ads is definitely one of them. All the ads I've shown you here today are all going to help you get more leads, more buyer leads, and more seller leads. And if you go look at the other tutorials, webinars, recorded webinars in the mastermind group, you're going to see all the other tools that you can use to get listings. I do want to stress this. I saw somebody today in our mastermind group, let's go over there and look at that, who said, hey, my ad manager, my ad account has been shut down. And that makes it completely, listings to leads is not usable for me now, right? That's, an erroneous statement, because our top tools for getting listings have nothing to do with Facebook. So if you're somebody that's looking to get more listings in your business, make sure that you are, using the whole platform. And I'm going to point this out. I know somebody here, yeah, right here. Good morning. For some reason, Facebook has restricted my ads account, leaving L2L useless. There's a lot more going on with listings to leads than Facebook ads, but Facebook ads are important, so let's not deny that. And I want to point this out because one of our clients stated something that a lot of realtors don't know. Right here, any advertisements for real estate on your personal page could result in your Facebook page being shut down. If that happens, Facebook does not have customer service, so you may be left dangling in the wind. Beware of the giant. That's really good. That's a good statement. Do you understand what I just read there? There are so many realtors. This lady here, her name is Louise. Let's go look at her page. There are so many realtors, and I'm pretty sure some of you on this call right now are putting their business stuff on their personal page, right? That is actually against the terms of service of Facebook. you know what terms of service are, right? It's like you got to upgrade your software, read this big old legal contract, or just click accept. Same thing here. And what Facebook has been telling all of us from day one is don't put any of your business, your real estate business, on your personal page. Your personal page is for your personal stuff, right? Me, it's, you know, my friends getting married and music and whatever. Realtors love to put stuff on there, and then they come in, right? They come in on the mastermind group and say, I don't know why my business page is shut down. And like that client, that other client just said, Facebook, you're pretty much toast. Getting help from support in Facebook, it's almost non-existent. So be careful with that, right? I mean, a lot of agents do it. Agents have been doing it for years, and agents have been getting shut down for years, right? And they don't know why. Sometimes it's because they're making mistakes when running ads, and sometimes it's because they're putting business on their personal page. So since I don't see any other questions, my apologies for being late. This call is going to be is being recorded, and it will be up in the mastermind group later today, right? So thanks everybody for joining me. Definitely use the tools that we're talking about today and the others that are in our other recorded webinars and the most recent ones, and you'll definitely have a positive impact on your business. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.